Hello, everyone. Welcome to the News Browse News broadcast. Global news reports that Kelowna General Hospital, KGH, continues to face a persistent issue of hallway healthcare, where patients are treated in corridors due to a lack of available beds. This occurs despite two entire floors, the 5th and 6th, of KGH's Centennial Tower having remained empty and unfinished for 13 years since the tower's opening. Patient Nancy McDonald shared her experience, highlighting a severe lack of privacy and dignity, with code white emergencies unfolding directly in front of her hallway bed. Conservative MLA Gavin Dew brought the issue to the legislature, questioning why over 50 beds worth of space remains inaccessible given significant population growth in the region. Minister of Infrastructure Bowen Ma acknowledged the ongoing challenges, stating that Budget 2026 allocates funds for major hospital projects, but provided no specific timeline for the opening of the unused KGH floors. Critics argue that this wasted capacity is unacceptable when patients are left in undignified conditions. City News Everywhere reports that a documentary titled Ni Nada Mads, Red Power Rising, which chronicles the pivotal 1974 occupation of Anicinabe Park in Kenora, was recently screened in Winnipeg. The event, held on National Canadian Film Day, brought to light a significant moment in Indigenous activism, led by Lewis Cameron and the Ojibwe Warrior Society. The occupation was a powerful stand for Indigenous rights, emerging from a period marked by pervasive racism, displacement, and the profound trauma of residential schools. Producer and co-writer Tanya Talaga emphasized the special significance of screening the film in Winnipeg, as many who participated in the original occupation hailed from the city. Some of these original activists were even in attendance at the screening. Director Cameron expressed his desire for the film to honor these individuals and illuminate their history, while his son Tyler hoped it would foster a deeper understanding of how these past events continue to resonate in the present. The film is set to continue its journey on the festival circuit. CTV News reports that the Heskayat First Nation on Vancouver Island, British Columbia, has partnered with the environmental group, the Red Fish Restoration Society, to tackle the ongoing damage caused by a massive landslide known locally as Big Bertha. This landslide, which first occurred in 1999 and has seen over 490 subsequent slides across 430 hectares, is severely impacting local salmon-bearing streams. Sediment from the slides smothers spawning beds and degrades aquatic habitats, threatening salmon populations. The joint mitigation effort involves recontouring slopes for improved stability, planting native bush to prevent further erosion, and using drone monitoring to track recovery. Society Director Jessica Hutchinson emphasized that true restoration is a long-term commitment requiring decades of sustained investment to heal these landscapes. Additional work will include planting trees and vegetation and seeding exposed areas to rebuild soil and reduce sediment flow. Global news reports that the Federation of Sovereign Indigenous Nations, or FSIN, held its first General Assembly in North Battleford, Saskatchewan, since Indigenous Services Canada demanded the repayment of $28.7 million. This demand followed a KPMG forensic audit which identified ineligible and unsupported expenses incurred between April 2019 and March 2024. The two-day assembly was notably closed to media and some Indigenous advocates, including Aaron Thomas of the Band Members Alliance and Advocacy Association of Canada, who expressed frustration over the lack of transparency. Discussions included a controversial proposed amendment to the ECIE-CAUS, the Financial Management Act, which would introduce a confidentiality clause for Treasury Board members. Leaders like Tyler George and Delbert Wapass voiced strong opposition, emphasizing the duty of accountability to their First Nations. Critics argue such a clause could silence dissent during a period of financial scrutiny. While the FSIN had previously indicated it would challenge ISC in court, it remains unclear whether they submitted the required documentation by the initial April 20 deadline. The Canadian press reports that Linamar Corp, an auto parts manufacturer based in Guelph, Ontario, is maintaining its full-year guidance for 2026. This decision comes despite recent changes to the U.S. Section 232 tariff regime, which imposed a 25% levy on the full value of products made substantially of steel, aluminum, or copper, effective April 6. The company stated that these tariff changes are expected to have no impact on its mobility business, as products in that category are either exempt or their costs are absorbed by customers. However, Linamar's industrial business is experiencing a more significant effect compared to previous tariff rules. The company is currently reviewing these changes and is pursuing mitigation strategies, including adjustments to sourcing and pricing. This contrasts with Ski-Doo maker BRP Inc., which suspended its guidance for its 2027 financial year due to the same tariff changes. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.